One time I asked my U.S. History Survey class how many of them would sell their U.S. citizenship for 30 grand. Half the room raised their hand. They saw no benefit to being a U.S. citizen. And so I asked these rocket geniuses where they would spend their 30 grand. And one guy said, well, I'll take it to Mexico. And I said, well, as soon as somebody figures out that you're 19 years old with 30 grand in your pocket, you're going to end up in a bad way. Then next one said, well, I'm going to go to Germany, best standard of living on earth. And I said, great, that 30 grand will last you about 6 months, and then you'll figure out what their social welfare system looks like. And then third guy said, well, I'll go to Egypt. And that was so out of left field. I said, all right, everybody, stop what you're doing, pull out your phones, pull out your tablets, and go to a website called wherecanidrinkthewater.com. And just see where on planet Earth you can just turn on the tap and drink the water. And these kids were stunned. They were absolutely gobsmacked that you couldn't go to Russia, for instance, for most of Russia, and turn on the faucet and get a glass of water. You certainly can't do that in Egypt. And so that's when I started to figure out these kids have no context for their own modern life. And things that we take for granted here have a larger story, a larger context that they need to understand, or they're not going to be fully educated.